Wow, that is an incredible story. I'm absolutely here for that. But the stories do not stop. And we're going to dive into another inspiring one right now. Now, listen, when a child needs surgery, emergency, life-threatening, and complex procedures are prioritized, right? Now, for those children needing less complex procedures, however, this means that they have to go on a waiting list. Well, enter the weekend waiting list, an initiative by the Children's Hospital Trust that is changing the lives of children in our community and children who without this initiative would struggle with ongoing health issues. Now enter Dr. Tozama Siatula, specialist pediatric surgeon at Red Cross Children's Hospital, and she's here to tell us more. Doc, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show today.
It's an absolute pleasure, especially someone doing such incredible work. I want to talk about this initiative. It's been running for over a decade, right? That's insane. But what about the weekend waiting list is important to you? What drew you to it, and what exactly is going on here?
Okay, thank you for that question. So the Weekend Waiting List initiative was started in 2011.
Okay.
So what we actually realized is that children are waiting long to have their surgeries done. If we look at Cape Town is actually a growing population that takes place, and our theatre lists aren't able to actually accommodate for these children as well, and we don't want them to wait long for their surgeries. So in the Weekend Waiting List offers an opportunity for us to get children's surgery done, to have early access to children's surgery. So what happens is, through the Children's Trust at Red Cross Children's Hospital, donors come in, they donate money to the trust, and we're able to use those funds to carry out extra lists which happen on a Saturday.
Brilliant.
And these are vast majority of specialists which actually come in outside of their normal working hours to actually get these children done and their surgeries and offer high quality surgeries.
Oh, I am so grateful that this is actually happening. This is amazing. What kind of surgeries are we talking about here that are being provided?
Okay, so looking at Red Cross, it's a tertiary institution. So obviously it offers a variety of different specialists. So on the Weekend Waiting List initiative that takes place in about 35 weeks in a year, we have pediatric surgery, which is under the division I work under. We have ear, nose and throat surgeons, orthopedic surgeons, burn surgeons, plastic surgeons as well, and radiology, which offers imaging so that we can actually make diagnosis for children. So we're looking at tonsillectomies, grommets, we're looking at groin surgeries for children if there's hernias that need to be fixed, if there's certain lumps or bumps that need to actually be done for these children so that they can be children and go and play outside and be with their actual peers when they're offered all of these surgeries. So we do quite a lot of surgeries. I mean, this weekend we did one and we offered 8 children's surgeries. So that was
wow,
really
were you a
awesome.
part of that?
I was a part of that this weekend.
Nice.
So we're there
Thank
actually
you
doing
so
that.
much. Now, what with regards to the surgeries that are obviously going on, what happens to the kids that haven't gotten that surgery or actually on that waiting list? What is an example of like how long they might wait with a condition, and is it often that gets worse during this time period? Obviously seeing that the demand is so high and we're obviously trying to still service that.
Okay, so for these children, you just imagine when the parents come in with these kids to actually access services at a tertiary institution. They're obviously concerned about their child, you know, their condition, the child's experiencing pain, discomfort of some sort. So it is concerning, it does bring anxiety to the parents and to the child as well. And that exacerbated by them then having to wait months on end for their surgery to actually take place and thinking, I have this child at home who's uncomfortable with this condition. So it is distressing to the patients and also to ourselves when we think of, we're specialists, we want to offer this kind of care to these children. Now they have to wait so long to actually have their surgeries done. So with this initiative, we get the surgery done earlier.
Taking a heartbreaking moment and putting it back together, making it magical. I love that. So this thing that's happening is growing. It's successful, 10 years in the making. And I believe it's going beyond the Red Cross Children's Hospital. It's moving to Tygerberg as well.
Definitely.
Talk to me about this movement and this growth. What's happening?
Okay, so with Red Cross, we've seen the impact and the success of the Weekend Waiting List initiative. To date, we've operated more than 1,800 children on this list. So seeing that impact that it does, the Children's Trust decided that they're actually going to expand this to Tygerberg, which is another tertiary institution in the Western Cape that has specialist pediatric services. So then they've to date have actually operated, as they started this year, 52 children that have actually been operated. So they reduce their waiting times, they get more kids operated, and we have happy smiles.
Yes, I love it. Listen, I am so vested in this, and I think Mzansi is too right now. Just before we go, for anybody that wants to get involved in this new fundraising target that you have, you want to raise over 2 million rand in 2023. I'm sure there are people that are like, okay, I'm keen, let's get involved. For those out there that are listening right now, how do they get involved? What's the call to action? What should they do?
Okay, so first of all, we'd like to say thank you to all our sponsors that actually make this work possible.
Yes.
It wouldn't be possible for us to offer the type of surgery to these children.
Yeah.
So especially to Willerton Group, who offered 1 million rand donation this year to make
Whoa.
it possible. So we really
Thank you.
thank the sponsors for allowing us to do the surgery and the work that we actually do. So to South Africa, to Africa, and to the international world at large, we'd like you to be a part of creating solutions for children's surgery. You know, Nelson Mandela says in his quote, it always seems impossible until it's actually done. So I want to say to you guys, if you want to donate, if you want to make surgery possible earlier, if you want to reduce the waiting times for our children so they can get these surgeries and be children active and playing with their peers, we ask you to contribute to the Children's Trust to making this possible. So you can go to the childrenstrust.org.za to make that possible and make a difference.
Dr. Siotula, thank you so much for coming through this morning, for serving, for using your gifts for such an incredible cause. You have embodied Madiba, his essence, and what this day means, and I'm so grateful for you being out here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's carry on with the Madiba magic.